Future, Fran, you got three guys. Tyler Cook. Let's start with him. I mean, that was kind of a big recruit for you. What did you like about him? How long you been on him?
Well, we've been recruiting Tyler for quite some time. He's special in a lot of different ways, starting with his character. I mean, he's from a phenomenal family. He really understands how to play. He understands how to be great. What I see in him is, as great as he is, I see even greater potential. Because he's played primarily the power forward position most of his life. And you take one look at him and you know that's why he's there. But there's a lot more in his game. He can handle the ball, he can run, he can make plays off the dribble, he can shoot the ball. And that's the kind of player that I envision. Somebody that has the flexibility to play in transition, to play on the perimeter, play in the post, and impact the game in so many different ways.
He's a kid that I understand you guys really worked hard to establish a relationship with him, which is obviously very important in recruiting, but does that become even more important, and do you have to start those relationships even younger than you did?
Well, I think the younger the better. It's often hard, when you look at the amount of time that it's going to take you. But this was an easy one. I mean, he is delightful, and his family is as delightful families you'd ever want to meet. So he came to our Ohio State game last year, and we sat in my office probably for 4.5 hours after that game, and just visited with each other. And so, those kinds of things are somewhat unique, in this business. But they're just really good people, and they appreciated that we identified him early as our guy and continued with that consistency, and really made the effort to maximize recruiting opportunities that the NCAA gives us, to be there, to show him, and he's been here a number of times. So we're just thrilled with him.
You mentioned versatility, and that's something I know you always try to get in players. Is it easier to find versatile players? In other words, are players not so much now pigeonholed for one position as you go out and recruit? Are there more versatile players than there used to be?
Well, I think everybody wants to be versatile. Everybody considers themselves versatile. As you well know, they're not all versatile. But the game has changed in terms of, spacing the floor, and there's a lot more drive and kick. There's less dominant big men because of the three-point shot and the speed of the game. But it's still nice to have some big, strong guys in there who can score the ball when you need a basket. And he can do that too.
You look at Kreiner. What do you like about him from Spirit Lake?
Ryan is a guy that we started watching early. I saw him when he was young, and we always liked him. The thing that's impressed me about him is he just keeps getting better. And the way he performed this summer really elevated himself in our eyes, because he always had great size, and he also has versatility. So when you have a five-man who can play the four position but can also make threes, and he can dribble and pass, that's a game changer when you have big, strong guys that can do that. You have to have, in my opinion, 5 guys that can dribble the ball, pass the ball, catch the ball today in our game. Otherwise, you're going to see a lot of different kinds of defenses. So that's really what we love about him. And the other thing is, and I've said this before about him, obviously not to you guys because I wasn't allowed, he wanted to be here. He wanted to be a Hawk. So we're thrilled that he is.